before we start our conversation today, I will be performing a trick for you all. I will be turning this measly brown piece of paper into a beautiful, valuable dollar before your eyes. To complete this mind-blowing trick, I will be setting this paper on fire with my bare hands, and then on the count of 3, I will complete the act. Okay, so I'm going to turn this piece of paper into fire, and 1, 2, 3. That's what I call magic. I know it's not real, you know it's not real, but if there was a little kid sitting before me, he would probably be mind blown that I just turned that piece of paper into this dollar. And he might have not been mind blown because that was a really bad example of magic. But magic in children is very important, and according to romper.com, there's 6 reasons why magic should be kept or enforced into our kids. The first reason is that it empowers the kids. So magic, let's think of a fairy tale. The first thing that comes into my mind is Cinderella. She went from living in a basement, dressing in rags, cleaning, cooking, cleaning every day forever, to living her dream life with her Prince Charming at the snap of her fairy godmother fingers. That could empower a little girl by teaching her that as long as she believes, as long as she hangs in there, that she will one day live the life that she always wanted to live. And that's really important because there's a lot of kids who don't have the best lives at this moment, but giving them that hope could really help them. The second reason magic should be taught to our children is it builds creativity. Magic allows our kids to express themselves and have an imagination, and to be able to believe that they can create something out of nothing, just how I created this dollar out of nothing, a measly piece of paper. I mean, just think about like Steve Jobs. He created iPhone, and that was probably like magic back then to them. The iPhone, the touchscreen phone, all that stuff, that was probably magic to them. So, and he created that like by himself, or not by himself, with a lot of hope, but he created that. And he probably, I don't know this for sure, but he probably had a very big imagination, and that probably came from believing in magic. The third reason magic is important is because it creates traditions. I know like Santa Claus has been passed on for years and thousands of years. Well, maybe not thousands, but a long time. And those are very important because it kind of helps us like remember the past. And yeah, it helps us remember the past. The fourth reason is that it gives them a sort of playful and innocent mindset that we all love about children. I know, I wish I could go back to the time where I believed in the tooth fairy, because that was a very easy time. I used to wake up, there used to be money under my pillow. That was awesome. And I'll never be able to get back to that. But we can keep that in our children. We can try to help them have good childhoods and just enjoy themselves. The fifth reason is it can serve as like a bonding for them and their siblings. I know I have fun telling my brothers and sisters, better be nice to me or Santa's not gonna give you gifts. And I know like, I stopped believing in Santa when I was very young, but right now I can kind of reinforce that in them, and they can be those little children I love for a little longer. And the sixth reason, it helped them become happier children, happier adults, because all that empowerment, the creativity, the traditions, and the playful mindset are the reasons magic exists, and that's why we should keep teaching our children that.